Alrighty, Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, and also welcome back to Steelers Dynasty Podcast, where I have my good mates, Bubba, Shano, here to discuss everything Super Bowl recap from what just happened, and how do the Pittsburgh Steelers get to Super Bowl 61. What's going on, fellas?
Just living a dream over here. How about you?
Fucking hot, mate. 30 degrees here today. It's really stuffy. Got some good things happening on the weekend though. Like, and I'm going to what's the WWE's alternate wrestling AEW or something?
You're going to an AEW paper match. Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm going on the weekend.
Woo!
So, I don't even know any wrestlers.
You know what you do, Mark? You jive right in, take a Steelers thing with a terrible towel, and you dive right into the ring, do the towel, and see how long you last before security jumps you. But it'll be great in Australia.
Give me an RKO. I'm going to an event in Sydney on Valentine's Day. So me and two friends are going down. So they'd be happy with their wives for their leap. They just like, see ya later. Gonna hang with the boys. So I'm going to drink beer, watch wrestling, and then I've got 4 days off. And I think like this for me now, like we'll get into a few rumors and this, but I don't want to fast forward way too much. And fellas, you guys can. I'll do this. If we talk about mock drafts, I'll jump out.
Then you guys didn't say anything about. I didn't say anything about.
No, I'm just saying. If you guys want to, I'll jump out because I ain't fucking talking mock drafts for another.
No. I just think no. It's too soon. It's too
okay.
soon.
Hey, I got to pop off and parrot for 2 minutes. I'll be back.
Oh, no worries.
Mock draft.
Yeah, exactly. We say mock draft and Shane's out.
Yeah.
So that will come soon, and I see all the articles. We all see this stuff like that, but and the draft's going to be.
I don't believe any of that shit. I just saw something, and don't take me off the screen. But they had us drafting 2 fucking Penn State guys, and these guys are higher than shit. There is no way we're drafting 2 Penn State guys in the first 3 rounds. It ain't happening.
I don't know who we're going yet, and I think
I don't know anybody.
Like we got to figure out the next few weeks. It gets into, I think, is it scouting? No, is it scouting combine next 2 weeks? No,
it's the combine here, but also too we have to put. Like who we're going to put on a franchise tag or something like that. Yeah. You know, I don't know. So, and then start with that. That's the first thing I think we do. And then
I'm not even sure if they're going to do it this year because some years they don't do it. But we got to, I think the Steeler Nation, it's like all new with the coaching staff. So expect the unexpected in terms of what happens next. But before we do that, bring in the mock draft, Will. Yeah, I'll talk about.
Don't say it.
Yeah, it's a big call too. We won't know anything until they start. And that's what happens too. Those 30 visits are very key to the Steelers are going to draft because a lot of years, those 30 visits, they're kind of the guys that they look forward into the draft too. But also, speaking of the draft, it's going to be in Pittsburgh.
It's going to be here before we know it.
And if you guys are going to the city of Pittsburgh or around there, we're hosting Ben Franklin's Top Room and Grill NFL Draft 2026, April 23rd, the 25th. I'm trying to reach out, to be honest, to Bubba and the world listening. I'm trying to get in good with Steeler Nation Unite. So I'm trying to like organize events for Steeler Nation Australia. Maybe I might even put them out to there. Do we get a big post or something like that? Like
whatever
I want to fucking
whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do.
I want to make this big.
I got to think of some ideas, and I got to put my collective head. We've got to put our collective head together and come up with something because there's like we don't have Brett Michaels from Poison.
No.
Yeah, we don't have major rock and roll stars, and we don't have Kevin Colbert giving a Q&A, which costs $200 to go to. We're nothing like that. We're just hanging out talking Steelers.
We do have Shane though. Shane's going to be there. How are you, Shane?
I'm doing great.
What's going on? So we're just talking about the draft, the Ben Franklin's Tap Room and Grill, and I keep going Ben Franklin's History Museum, Tap Room and Grill draft, 23rd, 25th. All of us will be there over the 3 days or whatever it is, and we'll try and advertise it and build it up as best we can. Mm-hmm. Even if you come one of the days, come meet us from YouTube. If you're out in the sticks on the West Coast, come meet us one of the days.
We're going to post pictures in Steeler attire. We'll be like this. And then we'll have terrible like this.
Like this.
3 of us. Yeah. We're not
All 3 of us.
I'm not fucking posing near that.
Why? Come get a photo with us.
No.
Oh, shit. So let's talk about the game. And I'll start with Shane first. Shane, I already heard, Bubba already gave it away to me in the black and gold room. But I don't know. I have a different opinion. Shane, what did you think of the game itself?
Garbage, just boring.
Oh, fuck it hell.
Just it was not entertaining. Like the defense, it was great. The defense was great, but even though the score was like 9-0 or whatever for the first, few 20 minutes or so, you want to see some scoring. You want to see, more competent, offense. I tell you what, the New England offense just looked like a bag of dicks rolling down the field.
Yeah, they weren't great. Bubba, what about you?
Well, I'm going to go off my co-host and partner in crime, and I agree with him. It was so, and I took the Patriots, and they just looked like a deflated balloon. Like, I think Cardi B even broke up with her boyfriend Diggs because I saw a Twitter, and she broke up with him, said, "You need to play football," and he's like, "You need to sing or something." And it got that bad. So I think the pressure was on May. He just didn't look like the guy who was playing all year long, and he was throwing passes behind, and he just was running around for his life. And I did not know that the Seattle defensive line was that good. And 7 sacks, but it just was very, very weak to me I just didn't care for it. Like, I think if the Rams and Buffalo would have got in, that could have been a big shootout, and we could have had an offensive spectacular thing, something like that. We didn't get
or
that.
Denver. If Denver's quarterback didn't have a broken leg 2 plays before the end of the game, I mean, it wasn't the best AFC team. It just wasn't.
Could have been the Steelers if we'd have had our shit together.
Well, the Steelers would have got beat like a drum. By that
that defense was stifling. But if we were there, you just never know. Like, that's the undiscovered thing.
Yeah,
the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers could have just put some cream on his arm and rubbed it in, and it was golden.
You could put lipstick on a pig, but a pig's still a pig, and the Steelers weren't that great.
But I like him.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I actually enjoyed the game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I enjoyed the game. I thought it was one of the I enjoyed the defensive side of it, that the Seahawks were dominating. I thought that was really good to see from them. I enjoyed the running from Walker. And yeah, it just kind of shows you that these players are fucking human in terms of Drake May, that he was frozen. Like, he legit was like scared to play football in this game. I also enjoyed the I know it was like 12-0, but if you're a Seahawks fan and you're third quarter with 5 minutes to go and you're 12-0 and you feel pretty comfortable, there was one play that were like 3rd and 10, and they decided to run a halfback draw instead of passing it because they knew how good their defense was to pin them back. Michael Dixon, the Australian bloke's been there a few years now. He pinned them back into their 6-yard line 3 fucking times. That's how they won a game, was teams, defense. And I know there was no big plays, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun.
I'm not poo-pooing you, Mark. I agree with you 100%. It's just the Seahawks played great ball. It's just the other side of this. Just
nothing.
It's when that other team in white got the ball. You're just like,
yeah. So you think it was because you know what's kind of funny, and this has been going around the internet a lot, right? The New England Patriots, and let me know if you agree with this. They versed the wild card, the Chargers, and I think the Chargers had like the O-line out. They won 16-3. Drake May turned the ball over 8 times in the playoffs run. He also versed the Houston Texans, who Stroud had a really shitty game, so maybe that was an easier opponent. Now they carved us up, but going in the second round, Stroud should have been better. And then Denver, they won 10-7, but any team would have won 10-7 when the snowstorm came in. They couldn't run after that. And then also Bo Nix was out. So was this an easier ride for the Pats to get to the Super Bowl?
I think 100%.
So.
I think things just kind of fell in place, and that happens with teams. I mean, you've seen it with the Steelers when literally lost the first 3 games in 2005 and then went on a roll and just start getting their shit together. And it just seemed like they played opponents and they were up and the other teams were down. Was the 05 team a lot better than the 2026 Patriots? Fuck yeah. But
well, I think if Nix wouldn't have broke his ankle, the Denver Broncos would have beat the Patriots. I mean, the defensive line for the New England was good, but their offense just was stifled. And they couldn't get nothing going. And Walker had that big long touchdown. And he had it called back. So I mean, that would have
been a touchdown. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that would have broke the game wide open.
And that was the over under as well. I'm thinking the guy next to me had the over. He had like $200 on to win 1,000, and he was pissed off because they called a last minute holding. And I was like, "Come on, NFL." That was the difference between the over and the under of 44 points.
What do you think about the guy that bet $2 million on the Patriots? Maybe he'll buy that jersey off you.
He's probably
I'm thinking about
carried himself.
Just signing it myself.
He probably drove his car off a bridge. Like both quarterbacks, I wasn't impressed with Sam Darnold, and I wasn't impressed with May. The quarterbacks in that at one time, I think May had like 59 yards going into the midway through the third quarter. That would have been the worst quarterback rating probably of all time that I think of in Super Bowl history. Then he got that touchdown, but it was real bad.
There was that meme out there with, and we're going to talk about Bad Bunny in a minute. Maybe at the halftime, at about 25 minutes, we'll have a better halftime show than they fucking did. We might talk about Bad Bunny because I cannot stand it. That was the worst one I've ever seen. But Bad Bunny apparently ran more yards than the New England Patriots rushing offense. He ran 110, 20 yards while moving the football around, and the Pats did nothing.
Did you see the guy that ran out the field and got more yards than the Patriots in that one? And the Patriots guy,
I thought that was Daredevil for a second from the back.
Well, I think that bloke he backed himself. I think via a bet to bet on the streaker, and he won because he was a streaker, and he got $500,000 or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing two stories together. There's a lot of things happening in that, but I see where you guys are coming from. Like the game wasn't as exciting as it should have been because the Patriots offense couldn't move the ball. Third quarter in, they could not move the ball like at all. And you're talking Super Bowl. You guys want to have an exciting time where at least you threaten the other team to win, and it never happened. So
I'm going to beat this horse, but it's almost like some of the Patriots players just kind of just packed it in.
They were happy that they got there because no offense, as the little betting guy that I am, I wanted some scores so I could try to win some money. So Super Bowl, I'm not looking for a good, when I don't have nothing, like the colors aren't playing.
Right.
I'm looking for some scores to try to win some money, and I knew that first half I was already out. So
and this is something that's really strange, guys. The way it's set up in California. So if you work, they call it working or days because you're in California for that week. They got to pay tax on all their income.
It's terrible
to the state of California. So they get $178,000 for winning the Super Bowl. Okay. However, if you have like a $2 or $3 million contract, you have to pay $50,000 or maybe $75,000 to the taxes. And you still don't cover that 175.
The players have to?
Yeah. So if you have like a $2.5 million contract, you're going to pay say $240,000
because you're working in their state.
Yeah, because
every state does that.
Not every state, but a couple of them do. And California puts it to them, so it costs these guys to win the Super Bowl about $60,000 to $80,000, depending what their salary is. That's just they should not have anything in San Francisco or LA.
Even if you sign a contract, that must be in the contract then somewhere.
The way the taxes are done, if you go into that, and they probably have to play San Francisco or LA through the season, so that counts as like 3-day work, 3 days that they're there.
That's terrible. They're not making no money.
10 days they're there, so that's 10 days of 300. So you look at the way it works out. That's what I read an article on it. It was just that's just crazy. No wonder why people don't want to go.
How can the system not even reward someone for going to Super Bowl, but actually Tax them. Like that sounds bad.
That they tax them. So if they went to say they played in Texas or you played in Miami, you would get your $178,000 because you wouldn't get penalized like that.
Yeah,
that is so true. The more you work, the less you make.
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about too, and I talked about this the other day. What are your thoughts on this new logo? Do you fellas like the logo? I can't stand that they don't change it. The creativity wise is fucking terrible. What do you think, brother?
It's like a wave. Last time it was too pastel for San Francisco. Last week or Sunday.
Well, they don't change the format of it though. It's always the same. The letters, trophy. That's it. They back in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, they had like some cool shit happening, like different creativity and stuff.
Well, they must be going through Canva and they're not doing it right. So I mean, we could make a better logo than that.
Yeah, definitely could. But yeah, this is. I think all Steeler Nation wanted the Patriots to lose. Would you have been cut? Like I wouldn't be too cut. Would you have been cut, Bubba, if they? Oh, you want them to
I wanted them to win because, and the craziest thing, because the Steelers have to work towards getting 7 and then surpass them at 8. That was my stupid chronicle.
I was the opposite. I just thought Seattle was going to was better. And then a little part of me was like, well, I want the Steelers to kind of still hold somewhat of the belt. And, Seattle, I thought they were going to win.
I think matchup-wise, Seattle was 10 times better, as we even saw. The defensive line they were rushing. Like that's why I said I thought it was a good game, because sometimes they were rushing 4, other times they were blitzing the cornerbacks. Like I thought it was fun, and I do enjoy defense. I think more than I do in offense. Even though you score points in offense, I love seeing the defensive matchups. And Seahawks fucking they took Drake May was like second year player or whatever he is. Yeah. Who the fuck Drake May? Like, no offense to the guy. Now he's got to bounce back from that, but.
Maybe.
Well,
maybe.
The thing that really just upsets me is, and maybe I'm biased, but the national championship for college football was so much more dramatic and intense.
That was fun,
and just had the feel of like a movie. And it was like that for the playoffs. Going back, a couple games in the playoffs. You had Miami and Ole Miss just battling it out, and all of a sudden Ole Miss takes the lead, and then Miami takes the lead back from them, and then you have Indiana just dominate throughout the playoffs, and then you just had this. Who's going to win? I mean, there's you want to have matchups where there's some oh my gosh, there's some dramatic buildup or there's some stakes there. There were no stakes. It was always like 3 points.
Points, it just felt like a week 13 matchup or something like that, where Seahawks took care of business.
Preseason game. It looked like a preseason game.
Well, my fault is I took the New England Patriots to win the Super Bowl. I've never taken the Pats ever in my entire life. And then when they look like shit
Bubba,
like that.
Maybe you should have this.
I don't want that goddamn jersey. But I took them. I took them for my stupid situation of thinking that could jet start the Steelers organization, because they can't have nothing to say anymore because New England would have been one ahead and they had to work towards that. No, the fucking Patriots just sucked. And I'm sitting here and I'm like watching the game. We're doing a live stream and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then after they lost, then I'm like, you know what? They suck at. I was like, I don't know what was. I don't even know what I was thinking, because now they're 6-6 in Super Bowls, and it's just terrible now. They've lost more Super Bowls than anybody. So now they're not as good as they were before this. And I don't think I felt bad. I took them because of Mike Vrabel and Robert Spillane. That's why I took them. And it was all Steeler-fied connected, but
they've lost 2 more than the Bills, which is a feat. That's a big feat.
Well, Bills never won one.
But they've lost 2 more than the Bills.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? So going in this game, and while you fellas are saying that, in the third quarter, it was 9-0, 12-0, and you're thinking, what's going to happen next? But this was a game where the Seattle Seahawks controlled it throughout the whole entirety, and they were just defense.
I thought it was going to be 12-0, 15-0 Seahawks. And
has there ever been a Super Bowl that 2-0? I don't think so.
I don't think there has been.
Oh, that would have been cool.
It would have been very close, because I thought that. And then that would have been, if I would have took Seattle, the Super Bowl would have made it so better because I was anti-Patriots, but that wasn't the case this time.
Here's the thing, too. As you just said, the Patriots have won 6 and they've lost 6. And me and Bubba did the math in the black and gold room. Apparently, that's out of 60. That's 20%. That's every. So
I could be wrong, though. My math sucks.
Yeah, that's about right. They've been in 20% of the Super Bowls. Yeah.
Now, isn't that Shane? If I were to say to you, Shane, that each and every year our Steelers have a 20% chance to be in the Super Bowl, would you take that?
I'd be like, Yinsgasm. I'd be, I have a cramp in my kneecap.
So is that a good thing, Shano? Like 20%, even though they can win one or lose one because they are a good team to get there.
This. I mean, let's put it in context. You go on a date, and you get, you get to third base 20% of the time. You're pretty successful.
I think 20% is pretty high to win for something that some 4 teams have never been. Right? The Browns have never been. So Patriot fans, it seems like they're always there because it does seem like they are always there. They've been there 12 times out of 60, 20%, and they lose, but they did suck in it, right? So it's one of these things where I would take that if you said to me that as a franchise, your franchise is stat-wise having a 20% chance every year. Now, next year, you don't know how it's going to work.
Think about this, Mark, and it's because, and I'm not shitting on you because you live in another country, but you live in a tropical paradise. And last thing that you guys think about, other than you, because you're a freak, is American football. And for someone at a sports bar to buy a jersey, if I'm not an American, I'm buying a Pats jersey because all I see on the Super Bowl is especially the past 20 years, Patriots. Oh, someone else, Patriots.
That's because they jump on the bandwagon. That's why.
No,
there are a lot of Pats fans here.
And outside looking in, you're thinking that is the premier brand in the NFL, and they are. They are
because people go with winning teams. If they're supporting their winning teams, the Patriots are winning Super Bowls. That's why. In the outside looking in. Now, looking inside, looking out. Fuck the Patriots now because they didn't. It cost me money. And I took them, and look what they did. That was probably the worst performance of offense in maybe could be Super Bowl history going up to that third quarter and a half going into fourth. It was just terrible.
But Mark, when you talk to people, they bring up the Patriots a lot of times, right?
So here's the thing. So I went down the pub, and I was about normally there's like one person there, which is me, right? So every Monday I'm there watching football, and there's one person there. For the Super Bowl, there was about 15 to 16 people around there. Now, why I have avoided, and I think Australia is getting better, but I avoid fans who don't know how to talk football like at all because this annoys me, right? But I think it is getting better. I sat next to a bloke who's a 49ers fan for a long time, and we talked ball, and you can almost you don't ask him how many years they've been a fan of the NFL. You just kind of figure it out as you go. You're like, this guy knows coverages, this guy knows this, he knows that, and you have a really good conversation watching football, and it was fantastic. That's why I enjoyed it. Sometimes though in these Super Bowl parties, you'll get the one random guy or random girl saying, why are they punting on fourth down? And you almost just feel like grabbing the glass and fucking
smash it over their head.
Well, no, my head, because I need to.
Oh, I'd smash it over their head. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. No, so if I like to be honest, and I thought about this, if the Steelers make it, I think I will go live on the YouTube. But I may not even read the comments while I'm doing the live. But I wouldn't go to a Super Bowl party to be surrounded by people who don't know football because it would infuriate me about what's happening next. But it was quite fun. There was some guys and girls that I was talking to that knew football, that understand it. So, but Australia, but also too, Shano's right. There are so many Pats fans here because that's all we've seen is on the TV is Pats and Chiefs and these guys. Don't see any Browns fans. They're not getting any I guess a rep down here, but it is getting better. And I'm going to the Melbourne game. I'm trying to organize a Steelers meetup down in Melbourne. I think we get understanding what happens, or Australian fans are getting better at the sport, because it is frustrating when someone says, how come when someone punts the ball and the punting team, how come we can't pick it up? You're like, because it's not the rule. You don't punt the ball and chase and pick it up and go to the end zone. It's not like football.
Well, here's the thing that hurts your fan base: the fact that they're used to Australian rules football.
Correct.
And that's just something that's just, we grew up knowing.
Do they bitch because we have pads on? Because they're like, oh, they're not tough.
Yeah.
They're not tough.
Yeah. The Australians, the reason why they don't watch it is because it goes for so long. It goes for like 3 or 4 hours because the American players wear pads because the rules are quite different. And yeah, I see some Instagram people try and bag out the NFL because it just goes for so long. But like I said the other day on my live podcast, this checks me out. I zone out. I look into every play that I want to see the play. I get sick of it. I don't want to see, Tony Romo in the stands. I want to see what play they're in, what formation, who's on the field, who's in motion, what defense is there, so I can try and figure out before they play. So, yeah, they don't like a normal Australian watching the game and they just walk past Super Bowl. Oh, the Super Bowl's on. They wouldn't know where Seattle is from. They wouldn't know where the Patriots are from, anything like that. They wouldn't know that Foxborough is all the way outside of, fucking the main town or whatever. So they get frustrated and don't.
Was you explaining NFL football to the people watching the Super Bowl? Was you explaining?
I had a guy next to me who knew football, so we just talked. It's great.
Okay, so you two were talking. You two were talking football, where everybody else had no idea what was going on the TV.
There was one bloke.
I can see you doing something, Mark.
What's up?
Those little tents you put up. You just put like a little 4x4 foot tent, and you put like a folding chair out. And you put a sign, and it's NFL Geography 101. Then the next week you set up a little tent and you have Defenses 101, and you just
I should do. That's a good idea.
Yeah, do a skit like that.
Didn't Charlie Kirk and those guys do that for the politics?
You're going to be the Charlie Kirk of NFL football for Australians.
I should do that down in Melbourne. I should do a little
take questions.
Yeah, Not a debate, but just like they ask me anything about the NFL, and I go
send it to the NFL. Send that tape to the NFL.
Yeah.
You'll get
that's not a bad idea.
Money. Yeah.
What if they stop me though? What if they get me and I'm like, look.
Then you fucking cut the tape.
Yeah, you edit it.
It's called editing. Jesus, Mark, how long you been at this?
I don't edit anymore. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I should do that down in Melbourne because there'll be a lot of people around, and I can put a thing out.
And you know what? Have like candy bars or something, give them to the hot girls, or just to get to some women.
If they stump you, you buy them a drink. If they stump you when they ask a question and you can't answer it,
get a shot. I'll buy you a bottle like Johnny Walker, and you can take it home with you, and you just give them a shot if they get it wrong.
The only thing is the Australian laws and we can't randomly set up on the street because we're making money or doing something, so they'll try and fine me somehow. The police will take it down in a heartbeat.
You can't even do it. Just asking questions.
Maybe, but you can't even do like a random lemonade stand here. Like they walk past and go, "What's going on?"
That's crazy.
Yeah, you need permits for everything.
Well, do that until you get arrested, and then film that, and that'll look good.
Yeah, but it's getting better. It's getting better. But Super Bowl day here in Australia, like I said, you boys a text. It was 10:30 a.m. I had my first beat. That's what I saw. One bloke was complaining about on the internet. He said he didn't understand why Australians were drinking at 9 a.m. to watch football, and I was like, "You've never met Australians."
That pissed you off right there, didn't it?
Yeah, it was an American guy living in Australia at a Super Bowl party at something XYZ on Instagram.
Yeah, he's
and he said, "How come Australians are drinking at 9? The Super Bowl, I never want to watch the Super Bowl here in Australia ever again because I don't want to drink at 9. I'm like, you're missing the fucking point. You go down the bar at 9, you have your brekkie, you have your bacon and eggs, you get ready for about the 10 o'clock, 10:30. Crack your first beer at 10:30.
That's great because you don't have to do the pregame for 4 hours. You're starting when at kickoff time.
Yeah,
maybe a half hour, and you're ready to rock. So you're there.
I was eating food at I didn't have any brekkie down there, but I had about 11:30. I had some lunch, and I had my third beer.
What'd you have?
Oh, I just had some squid and chips in that. Like calamari or whatever you guys call it. What do you guys call it?
I don't know.
It's like popcorn shrimp.
Popcorn
it's
shrimp.
like that.
Oh, those are calamari. Calamari, yeah.
Yeah, it's like crunchy and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's good.
Anyways, this guy on the Instagram was saying how shit Aussie Super Bowl parties are because one, it's on a Monday, so everyone's off work. Well, every fucking tradie, every guy building, something out there says to a boss, can't go into work today. And the next minute they see the same boss at the bar going, "Oh shit."
I'm
covered. But like college football, this guy must never have been to like an SEC game or a game where you get up at 6 or 7, you start tailgating at 8 because you get set up at 8. you're cooking, you're drinking, because the game starts in 3 or 4 hours at like 12. So
it's festive over here. Just tell them, we start
like
if the Steelers. If this was a Steelers Super Bowl, I'd have been fucking partying off and on all week, and then Saturday I'd have been getting ready, and Sunday, man, I don't even know.
Sweating.
Oh, I'd have been just
crazy. This is Corey from Melbourne. Hey, Corey from Melbourne, I'll come down. I'm trying to organize some Steelers stuff for the Rams game. It's the same with most Australian sport events. NFL Grand Final, Melbourne Cup. Yeah, Melbourne Cup's crazy here. Cricket when it's held in Australia, sometimes we always drink and party. Yeah, we are nuts down here. Corey from Melbourne, we'll meet up. We'll have a beer.
I got it. So this is what you do. You set up. You go. How's it going, mate? I'm Corey from Melbourne, and I'm going to ask you some questions today. Just use a fake ID. Pretend you're Corey.
Yeah.
Get him arrested.
So yeah, I think that tends a good idea. What do they say? What's that? What was the thing? It was like, what was his?
He'd say, convince me that NFL isn't better than
something like
Australian rules football.
So not the political angle, the sport angle.
Angle.
Oh, that'd be fucking hard actually, because Melbourne is a AFL king city.
Oh yeah,
they love it. So that would, and I don't follow the AFL, so that'd be very tough.
You're gonna get
some Steeler questions out there. Just throw some Steeler questions. Yeah,
I would say ask me anything NFL, and I'd probably just help them out. Like that'll be a good video because that video they did with that Tennessee girl, and they started guessing the wrong logos or something, and it went fucking super viral.
Yeah, you have hot Australian girls guess logos. Like what team is this? It looks like a horsey. It's the Broncos.
Just do the NFL. Just do NFL logos and see if they get it.
You probably are right. I'm just going to copy what they did and just do the exact same.
Yeah.
That's going to work. Yeah, definitely. So, because honestly,
until you get arrested, but
they won't. Okay. The people who the normal non-American or sports NFL guys or girls won't know anything about NFL, right? So their answers will be fucking classic.
Just show a Steeler logo. Just throw a Steeler logo and ask them what this is.
Okay.
They won't know.
They won't know. They won't have an idea. You'll be getting so pissed because I know I'd be like, oh god.
The bloke who was referencing the video was Instagram. A few hundred. It went a viral clip that I saw, and I bring it up because there was an American guy living in Australia watching the Super Bowl, and he complained that it was too early to watch it. I didn't want to drink beer at night, and I was like, you don't understand Australians. We like Corey says, any big event, we just go, all right, days off, go into the pub to drink some beer and have a good time. But it's that time of the show, fellas. It's a halftime show.
Oh man, I can't wait for the halftime show.
I haven't got one ready. I wasn't going to play. But you know what? No, I'll play this for a quick minute because they should have fucking played this compared to Bad Rabbit for 15 seconds, and it would have been 10 times better. Just play the fucking ray gun dance I've been playing all year, last year, and year before that. I honest to goodness, I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that. I'm not that way inclined. But
right. That
show was fucking terrible. I thought it was awful. Thoughts? Are you guys going to say anything?
Hey, if I go to a restaurant, it sucks. It's not because of, ethnicity. Like bad food's bad food. Okay. Whether it's Italian, Mexican, Chinese, or American cuisine. Bad food when you put it in your mouth. When you watch that, you knew what you're watching was just like it's just not my bag, baby. So I was just, and you look at the fans and they're sitting there like, what's happening?
What's going on?
Well, I look, I didn't know that the grass was people dressed up as grass.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny. I don't know Spanish because I quit like in high school and 7 weeks in. So I didn't know he was going to sing Spanish the whole time. I know he's a big international star. I know that. And I don't know. You know who I always wanted to see was AC/DC. That's who I always wanted to see. But I mean, I couldn't understand it because I don't know Spanish. And then if his lyrics were explicit, nobody knew that because nobody knew. And I mean, the dancers were great. They were in shape. I mean, they were attributable and they were good looking, but they were grinding. So, You know what I mean? Like you got to. Yeah, I don't know.
I
Like
think they
I'm
missed
all
the
about.
mark.
I'm not into that.
You guys are going through a lot of stuff, left versus right, up versus down.
Yeah,
all
up, down, left,
I think
right.
they tried to be way too inclusive or whatever it was. I'm not even annoyed that he's spoken Spanish because you'd have other entertainers who've done it in the past where they've mixed in like
I just
Mr. Worldwide and done all these things in different languages.
That's my fault. I only know one language.
I just think the music was, I think the music was shit. Like I think the music itself, like the background tracks or whatever it is absolutely, and maybe it's me getting older and shaking my fucking hand at the clouds. But bro, I was thinking this is not football music. This is crap. It was so much better 2 years ago with Lamar. A year on by that when they had 50 Cent and they had like Eminem and Dr. Dre come out and Snoop Dogg come out. That was fun. That was energizing. Like you know what too? It felt like because everything was cut off. The crowd couldn't see anything. It wasn't a show to the stadium. It was a show to the camera, and I just thought overall was shit.
Lady Gaga was out in the middle of nowhere and then flew in or whatever. On
I didn't even know that was Lady Gaga, but I did know that was Ricky Martin.
I didn't know that was Ricky Martin.
He should have been singing "Viva la Loca." That's his favorite song.
Like that.
Like sing that song.
Outside, inside out, living La Vida.
Viva Loca. Yeah, that would have been great. But I don't know if he can dance like he used to because he's older now.
Fair point as well. Maybe it's different generation, and I don't get Bad Bunny or Bad Rabbit. He's a mega superstar.
I think that's funny.
I don't understand.
Bad Rabbit.
I don't get it. I don't get that. So it was honestly, I don't understand Spanish very well, but I understand Bad Bunny was saying that said Kid Rock was fake as fuck. Because there was another show too that you guys had on YouTube or something.
That was
other things going on.
That was, and you know what they said? They said this is the greatest halftime show ever, and they got like 7 or 9 million people on YouTube.
You know what's happened now?
Bad Bunny got 133 million people to watch it, so it's just the whole place is look. Just everybody should sing
Sabrina Carpenter, who is new. You could have had
correct.
You could. There's all these new artists you could have out that are more relevant than Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's not even super relevant. I mean, when has he been like on the pop charts? Where's he at? I mean, there's lots of
international. He's international.
Who gives a fuck?
I know. I'm just saying.
So is eating dogs, but we don't fucking do that in the United States.
No, we don't.
That's a good point. Be careful when you go to Thailand. You don't know what you're eating or buying.
Yeah. You order up some tagogi when you go to the fucking NFL stadiums? No, that's in Korea. That's not, in the States.
That's a good point.
Why can't they just get acts that we are never going to see because some of the guys and girls are getting older? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they're not going to be able to perform because they're older. I'd have been okay with AC/DC and Dolly Parton and something because those people you're not going to see like Prince. I mean, God, that was a good one.
All these shows though in the past, they all played. I think the big thing they missed. They played to the audience. The audience was fucking on fire, having fun with it. They had remember when crowd members would come out to the stage and run around and jump around? This was just like some theater event that didn't pass the scale. And I'm not trying to be too critical of it, but sometimes you go, "Oh, that was bad." You think about that show. No, all the other ones in the past were fucking awesome compared to this.
Well, except for Latoya Janet Jackson.
But you saw her boobie.
I didn't see it. I was serving drinks. I never saw it.
I had to zoom in. Christine says that was Ricky Martin. I didn't know either until yesterday.
Yeah, it was Ricky Martin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had no idea that was Ricky Martin. But if he was saying we were like, holy shit. Let's go.
Yep.
All right, maybe it's a generational thing because I didn't know who he was until 2
years nothing against the Puerto Ricans. I mean, Roberto Clemente is one of the greatest baseball players of all time and humanitarian. So
wasn't he from the Dominican Republic?
No, I thought he was
Puerto Rico.
I thought he was Puerto Rican. No, I could be wrong.
He died in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, he was going there.
Yes.
Jaime says he's the biggest international star in the world. Why? Just because you don't give a fuck doesn't mean a lot of other people do. I think it's 50-50. I think it was more people didn't care about it.
I didn't give one two shits.
Yeah, he is Puerto Rican. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't give two. I didn't care. Like I don't care. I thought he was great in WWE, and he was good in Bullet Train. He was.
He was
I
in
don't listen to
Happy
his music.
Gilmore. He was in Happy Gilmore. He was a caddy.
Yeah. I just never listened to.
I
Do I
haven't
look
seen
like I
number two.
listen to fucking rap? Just
do you
because I got
say?
a ski hat on.
The only language you speak is Yinza.
Yinzer.
Yinza.
Now,
Anyway,
here's something for Steelers fans. How about polka?
Yeah, they could have did polka.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, a 1 and a 2. This is
a
one of my favorites.
A 1, 2, 3, everybody.
No, I just reckon to me there was better shows that are of recent history, and that's maybe why there's the boring theme to it. I don't know, you know what it is, like because it's this and this. We'll see what happens next year. It's not the end of all worlds, but I just wanted to look into that because I didn't know that was fucking Ricky Martin. I thought
next year they need
I
Salty
was excited when I
Santana.
saw Ricky Martin.
Salty Santana next year.
Yeah, it's a Pittsburgh.
Nobody knows who he is either.
I don't know, but I think I'm missing because I think that when the Snoop Dogg came out, that's like my generation of stuff. You know what I mean? Gen X, generation millennials, that kind of stuff. Maybe it's a new rap. I don't know what's going on.
I just wanted to see.
I'd like to see Wu-Tang.
I've been wanting to see I wanted to see Akadaka for the last 20 years, and I've never got this. You're telling me that they could never play in a Super Bowl? One of the greatest acts of all time.
Wu-Tang would be interesting.
I like Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, you don't mess with.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing. Imagine they came into that.
Yeah.
That'd be good. All righty, let's move on to some Steelers stuff then. That's the Super Bowl. Fellas, where are you guys at right now in terms of like what is happening next? There's rumors around Rodgers waiting. Are we going to play the waiting game again, or do you give him a timeline? What do you do?
To the end of, I think, beginning of March or middle of March. He doesn't have that long.
You think March?
Whatever that he gave, there's a deadline.
You think that Omar Khan's giving him a deadline to sign?
I think so. Shane, what do you think?
How is he not? Is he muted? He's muted.
Yeah.
I'm muted. I pushed the button. I was trying to get it to turn on. What'd you say?
I said he's got a timeline. I said March sometime that they're going to sign Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm really thinking that it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna come back. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh shit."
I'm not. I'm okay with it.
But I'm okay with it. He was serviceable. He played well. Shore up the offensive line a little bit. Give him a little bit more time. Give him someone to throw to. You might have an AFC Championship game on the horizon. I'm being, and I'm not the optimistic guy usually.
Do you think that Rodgers comes out, gets signed, and he announces it's his last year? Like, does the Jerome Bettis thing?
Could be.
He's like, yeah, really, this is the last year.
This is it, I
promise.
Yeah, one more year. He says, it was my last year. I'm signing. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All in. I'm all in this season with the Steelers. If they sign me, Kenny Gainwell, boom. Because remember, Aaron last year in 2025 had 24 touchdowns. He had 8 interceptions. He had a broken wrist and he missed a couple games. Couple games could have that Chicago game with Aaron Rodgers. We'd have won that game with Aaron Rodgers. Now the wild card against the Texans, it just didn't happen. But if Metcalf would have caught that pass, and if I would have been 100 pounds lighter, I'd be a ballerina star. But that's not the case either. But some things happen. Sometimes luck is where it's at. I believe free agency, we have to be very, very stern, and we got to sign some players, and we need to get players to fill these spots because every other team is getting free agency and going for Super Bowls. I mean, look at the Seattle Seahawks. They got rid of their quarterback, Geno Smith. They signed Sam Darnold. They traded us Metcalf, and look, and they signed some places. And then look what happened. They won the Super Bowl.
Yep. Tippy Toes is 100% right. Well said. I can't even add to that.
Who's Tippy Toes?
You said you're a ballerina.
I was tiptoeing. And you want to hear something funny? I got a story real quick. It's not even football related. Maybe I said that the other day about the mouse. Did I say that about the mouse?
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, the little mouse ran up my arm and down my leg.
You had a mouse in the house?
I had a mouse in the house. Yeah,
crazy. Really?
Yeah. Okay,
What, a mouse ran up your arm?
Ran up my arm, down my leg, and I was doing the fucking
dude.
40 high stepping downstairs.
See, Mark, unlike Australia, where there's 3 mice in the corner smoking a cigarette, like we're gonna fucking die. There's
over here, I hate
mice.
mice.
Kill me. Shit. Like there's mice all over here because we don't have a million snakes this cold.
Yeah, it's true. I don't see too many. I always remember that.
Did you see that fucking bloke? He's fucking. They call him Big Brown.
There was that skit like on Scary Movie or something when the dude's like, "Is a mouse in the house? If he goes outside, is he a rat? Like, if a rat walks in the house, is he a mouse? I don't know. What's the difference? You know?"
Oh, he was a fast little kangaroo.
He was a mouse, wasn't a rat.
No, it wasn't a rat. No, I'm up on the counter. If it was a rat, there's no way.
That's not that. Like, it's pretty annoying if it's fucking on your arm. It's pretty shit.
Yeah, well, I was dancing like a mother. I was like, I did. That's what I sounded like too.
Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah. So
I once saw a guy when I was in where the fuck was I? I was in Thailand, and you know those construction like fucking things the shops getting made, and there's like the wall, and they behind it they're doing drilling and stuff. Mm-hmm. So when I was in Thailand in this like super shopping center, and by the way, I was 2017 or 2019, whatever it was. And the shopping center felt like it was back in the fucking 80s, like no aircon, nothing, just shops everywhere. I saw everyone was freaking out. This big, what's going on? Big yelling and stuff. A rat was running down the middle of the center. This guy, cool, calm, and collected, this Thailand bloke with an orange hat on, walks over and he just kicked it. He just yeeted this rat about fucking 20 yards and it went right over the construction site, or the like thingo. And everyone's like, oh, fuck, that solved it. He fucking kicked this thing so far. Like, he didn't pick it up. He just, like, went and booted it like he was Chris Boswell aiming for a 50-yard field goal. One of the fucking funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And everyone's, like, screaming and yelling because there's tourists there.
That'd be me. I'd be the screamer. I'd be,
yeah, like, and then this guy was just had a fucking shovel or some shit and just, like, has, smoke in his hand and fucking went, I'll get rid of it. And just kicked it. He just kicked it for, like, 20 yards. And it just went, like, you know when animals is bad? When animals do that, they're just, like, like dude, it was so bad. It was so funny though. The only thing was though, I then went to a place that was like serving chicken. This like chicken restaurant. I was like,
oh, were they serving chicken? I
don't know. Yeah, sign that bloke to the. Yeah, it won't go right. No, dude, the guy. It was such a good kick. He like got under it. You know when you do a chipping wedge when you're fucking doing putting, like you chip under the, that. It was like that. He scooped it up. God, he did good. I'll never forget that. I don't know where we're going, fellas, in that fucking Aaron Rodgers. Come back.
What do you think?
I think if they do it, the Steelers have to get better on O-line. And that, look, I like the guys now, but you got drafting more. You've got to get 2 playmakers at least, Metcalf and 2 more receivers via free agency. You have to get as well drafting the D-line. I think you have to build the team around Rodgers for a chance to go for a bit of a playoff run. And I would like to know if Aaron Rodgers does sign, can he come out and say 1 more year and they can have a plan after that? This whole shit of just like don't know what's happening next is getting fucking frustrating. It's getting really annoying. We don't know. We should know who our quarterback is. The Bills know who theirs is. The Ravens know who theirs is. The Texans know who theirs is. It's getting a bit frustrating from the ownership to me. It's like, oh, won't he come back? What's it going to happen? Are they going to bring back this person? Is Howard going to be the guy? We've been doing this for like fucking how many years now? 4 or 5, depending who's next guy. I would like to see Rodgers come back, sign in March and say, hey, I'm coming back for 1 more year. Hey, everyone, it's my last year, and we'll see how we go. And then maybe you draft a quarterback behind Tim and Will Howard is number 2. Maybe Rudolph is number 3 or they cut him. I don't know. But Will Howard needs to be number 2 or something like that. And the third quarterback needs to be another drafty guy or something. And I think you just go with it. And if Rodgers gets injured, Howard steps up and you play it out. But I want to know if it's his last year or not, because this whole like, oh, should he play when he's 44, or it gets a bit tiresome,
Well, if the Minnesota Vikings give him a sweeter deal, he might play, but he might not be playing for us, though. That's the only thing. What does like Pittsburgh.
What other option does Pittsburgh really have, though, to not try and entice him to come back for a year? What other options do they have?
They don't have any. Mike McCarthy's the only option that enticed him, because I believe he had a hand with the Mike McCarthy hiring in the first place. Maybe.
What do you think, Shano? If they don't get Rodgers, who do they go? Like, oh, you're muted again. Yellow.
Oh, sorry, I had the button push. It has a button on it. See, it's green.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you get excited and you hit it, but no. Seriously, I think you just have to ride with Aaron. There's no other option. I mean, really, the Will Howard. I mean, the guy you haven't even seen a preseason snap out of that peckerhead.
So is the team? The team's not obviously built. The team isn't built. Are we in all agreement? It's not built for a Super Bowl run. We don't think.
Well, it could be. It could be if they get key components into free agency and they don't mess around and they get the free agents that they get contribute big time. Like they don't get like free agents like the third tier free agencies like they get they get one tier free agents like Alex Pierce, from the Colts. They signed him. And, they already have Rodgers, who's going to be the quarterback. And then you go get another receiver. You don't get like Mike Evans because, I mean, if you can get Mike Evans for a good deal, you bring him in, with Metcalf and then you draft people. But you got to sign Gainwell. You just got to get people around Rodgers. That's if we go that route,
Before I bring up Corey's comment, because I want to and Shane agreeing with it. What do you think the flow-on effect is in terms of Rodgers signing or not signing? And Cameron Hayward, he's been really in the media this week, like doing a lot of media spots. Do you think he has a chance of coming back? I think he might be on the terms of hanging it up, depending what happens with Rodgers.
He's got a contract. He still has a contract. He's going to try to get an extension.
Yeah,
he's trying to work a deal, guys. He wants to be a Steeler. He's going to try to work another deal.
You think? Oh, I can't handle another deal.
I know. I can't either. He's trying to work another deal.
All that fucking noise for $2 million in the playoffs. All that
that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to fucking take that towel that's soaking up all the fucking water on the counter, and he's just trying to wring it dry.
You mean the terrible tampon, Bubba?
Yes, I do mean that.
Is it becoming a bit of a piss take at the moment with Cameron Hayward and all the?
It's all a game to Cam. I think Cam's trolling us, and he just loves doing it, and he still has a contract.
Magic.
Yeah, and he's still been very, very good, and he still is got under contract. And look, there's a lot of free agency in the defensive line. I think I told Shane last night that these guys are 35 to 38 years old that are still trying to get contracts in other teams. So
he had a fantastic season for sure, but will he hold out and all those kind of things again? You don't know because he's such a valuable piece to the defense. But these are the things I think as fans we do get frustrated because it's like, oh, again, but it's just part of business.
It's retooling, it's rebooting and sending out everything. It's never a rebuild. It's always a retooling and a kind of rebranding with different Steeler players and going back out and trying to. Art Rooney has to spend money to try to go get some free agents, and he just has to keep some players that can solidify us to get us into a playoff win, and then we go from there. We just need one play. TJ Watt's got to win one fucking playoff game. Jesus God Almighty, and then go from there.
I think his brother JJ Watt's in Australia somewhere. I saw him post 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. I think he's in Australia. Corey says, in my opinion, my honest thoughts are we need position-wise receiver, cornerback, LT, and LG to compete with Jones and Ciamalo. What are your thoughts, Shane, on that?
Of course, spot on. So here's the thing. I would change out the cornerback, put that a little later because there's going to be a lot more of those in the draft. I'd go wide receiver, first pick. Then I'd probably go with a guard or tackle, and then I would go linebacker, safety, and then cornerback.
I think safety's pretty big too, fellas, as well. They had injuries there. Duggar was fun for 3 games. Then he was a liability. We don't know what's going to happen with Ramsey too in terms of cornerback and his big money and him playing safety. I think safety is key to get young at that position. Elliott was really good, then got injured. You know what I mean? There's something missing there at safety. We thought they did very well at cornerback. Are you going to offer contracts to Sunday Samuel Jr. or they can offer contracts to Pierre? Joey Porter had his best year in a long time. Yes, he does play a lot of flags, but he played very well, hasn't allowed a touchdown. That's working together. There's now also two, like Bubba said, how the fuck can you get TJ Watt a chance to win a playoff game and outside linebackers and Herbig and Highsmith, and we don't know that rotation. There was rumors out there that Herbig wants to be traded. I don't believe that just yet. Obviously, he wants to play more snaps. But this stuff, to me, it does roll off. Whatever happens, if they choose Rodgers, they want to win now mode. They want to go for a playoff game, and they want to go next. If they don't go that direction, they're starting Will Howard or someone else. They're just going to have a season and see how it goes. What do you think?
I think if Rodgers is with us, they have to go find all the special weapons. Like I said, the utility belt of justice. They need everybody. They need a receiving corps because this is McCarthy's offense. This is a different offense than Arthur Smith's. They're going to be zinging the ball. Rodgers is going to be zinging the ball, and you hopefully use Pat Freiermuth is going to be something huge because McCarthy likes his tight ends. So that's going to be – we just need to strike. And like Christine said, we do need a nose tackle, a true nose tackle to soar up that run defense. We do need that. I think you get a receiver in the first round, nose tackle, or a defensive guy in the second, and you get another receiver and you just try to find free agents that are not over the hill when you sign them, like Darius Slay. We don't do none of that shit. We get people that are competitive and want to play, and we feel that before we go for the draft. We got 12 draft picks, and we got the practice squad. We can find there's always diamonds in the rough. They signed Rodgers. They're going for the gusto, and this offense. He another 1,000 yards. He threw fucking almost over 3,000 yards with Arthur Smith's offense. Could you imagine McCarthy and he has weapons? 30
That's a fair point.
touchdowns.
That's a really good point.
4,000 yards
If they
and over.
It does feel like all the rumors are going around Rodgers coming back for one more year. And I said last year didn't want it to happen. And then it was quite fun. Key question is, will Bubba, I'll trade you. You get your Rodgers jersey and I'll give you this.
I don't want that jersey. I fucking hate Tom Brady.
I'll give you Tom Brady. You give me a Rodgers jersey.
No, I'll buy a Rodgers jersey. I won't. I don't like Brady. I hate Brady, and I just can't do it. Can't do it.
Now let's go. This is a question from Steelers Dynasty podcast, and this is I don't want to trade TJ ever, but this is a Shane question. What would you get for TJ trade wise, Shano?
A year ago, you could get whatever the fuck you wanted. Now. You maybe get a second round draft pick and a third round draft.
Second and a fourth.
Yep, second and a fourth.
You think
second
the
and third
Steelers,
if you really like.
They missed the boat if they wanted to because they gave him the contract and nobody wants to pick it up because he's aging.
That's just it. The contract is so juicy. No one wants to take a bite out of that thing. I mean, it's like that. It's like the 70-ounce steak. You got to eat it an hour. What's the sense of going to a steakhouse to get sick? So
the Steelers pretty much he played himself. Them into the they played TJ Watt into a Steeler for life just by default, basically, right? Yeah. Because you can't get rid of him now if you even wanted to, because he got 7 sacks.
Who would take that? Who would take that contract?
Maybe
there
are
people that will take it, but you're gonna have to. It's gonna have to come out of the Steelers' hide somehow. He's not untradeable,
but you have to get something big in return.
Theo, yeah, he won it. He won that.
Yeah, I'm not a Patriot fan.
How dare you show that?
No, he's not like that Jack Sperry guy. He's a legit 100% Steelers fan.
What did you say to the person when you actually won that jersey?
Thank you.
I was like, I said thank you and I appreciate it. However, I'm a Steelers fan, and she said because she was the owner and she was the boss. And she's like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "Oh, I just can't stand our team.
I can't touch it. That's what it
means. Yeah. She was like, "Well, can you please wear it for the photo?" And I was like,
"No."
Yeah, I said I can't wear it for the photo. And I said I'll hold it up.
Good man.
But I said I can't wear it. And she's like, "Why is that?" And I was like, "Because no offense, but NFL wise, Steelers versus Patriots, we can't stand them.
They don't
They're one of our
understand
hated
that.
rivals. They've been in our wave the whole time. Yada 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 yada. And she fully understands. And I didn't want to come off too rude because I fucking want a jersey. And someone gives you something, you're always thankful.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Thank you very much. I'll do your social media."
But
post.
you could have said thank you, but I can't accept this.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do. See,
because I won something, and I was gonna give it away to someone in there, but I couldn't find any Patriot fans. Even if it was a Bengals, jersey, I still would accept it, but I just wouldn't wear it because I think that's really fucking rude. If you win something that you're part of a competition and you don't accept, I think that's really.
I'm donating it back to you to redo it. Donating it back. Well, first off, no jersey's going to fit me because that's probably just a large anyway, and I would never wear it.
Yeah,
anyway.
But it's also fun. Like I know it's a Brady thing, but and I'm not going to wear it. But it's also fun winning stuff. It's quite a nice feeling because I thought I'm not going to win it. They walked around everywhere. Everyone's like looking at the tickets. I didn't know I even had a ticket. I was like, oh, I think I'm 829. Oh, it was me. You know. So, yeah, this to me, fellas, it all comes down to the rolling effect is Rodgers.
Yep.
Like when they pick him up, they, like Shano said, get the receiver, get the O-line, build that. Which players, and we'll do, I want to bring this up a little bit. So what about the Steelers free agents? Do you think anyone's going to get cut or not be brought back? Because there's a few. And yeah. You mean Calvin Austin?
Or Calvin Austin, sorry.
Yeah.
I think they sign him, but not real big. He could try to.
Let me just go through, and I said this next week. Next week we'll do this for sure. Next week we'll talk these free agents. There's 26 of them. But just quickly about a 20-second piece. Cole Duggar, is he coming back?
No.
Okay, Rodgers.
Well, I'm going to quote from this article that was put out yesterday. This is what Austin said this, quote, Pittsburgh just being real, they may not want me, or they may have a different vision. This is what Austin said. Then he goes on to say, that's why I say at the end of the day, it's straight business.
Okay, so he looks like he won't come back either. They're going to change everything, aren't they? They really are. All right, Isaac Siamalo at the guard position. He's 33. He might be a high, maybe a $9 million player. Would he come back?
No.
Jano?
I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that one. 50-50.
Cole Holcomb, inside linebacker, who played pretty good in sparing different spots. He's 30 years of age.
I think you keep him due to the fact that he's your depth. He's not going to starter, but he's depth. But he could start. But
there's a few of these ones here that I really like. They might walk away from the Steelers, or they might, go and play for another team and start playing good football. But Miles Killebrew is another one. He's 33 this year, safety. Does someone take his role? He's now 10 years in the league. What do the Steelers do there?
Cut him.
Yeah, there's some like that. I'll just do a few of them. I won't do them all. Kenny Gainwell. Kenny Gainwell's another one. He won team MVP.
Pay him. Pay him what he needs.
He's going to test free agency, and the Steelers are going to have to match any offer. But also, too, where did you ever see a fucking MVP leaving a team the next year? You don't see that hardly ever. So the Steelers have to come up with some kind of way. He likes the Pittsburgh organization, and Aaron Rodgers loves him. So
they have a lot of aging players there, around 30, 31 years of players. What about Chuck Clark, safety backup?
See ya.
Yeah. What about Scotty Miller and MVS together?
Bye-bye. They're both gone.
Now here's an interesting one that they might have something. Asante Samuel Jr. cornerback. They got to sign him, right?
He might want to get some money elsewhere. Yeah, Yuli. I think that's because he had the drug thing, though. Didn't he get busted for drugs? I think he was smoking dope. He was smoking dope, and they wanted to get rid of him after that. I think Afton
could be right, to be honest. They get all new teams, guys, except Boswell. Because we have all new coaches. And this team got 12 picks, can get younger.
Ben Skronik is now your Miles Killebrew. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think, to be honest, Carson Bruner is your Killebrew. He's your team's captain.
That could be.
I thought he played really well. And I love Killebrew's played fantastic for the Steelers. I will even do a sentinel for him. I will look at his stats. He had many punt blocks. He got injured. He was a key guy. He's well-spoken. He's a great guy in the media too. He's fun to watch. But they somewhat need to get younger, right? Surely.
Yes.
Okay. Donald Punham Jr., tight end. We didn't even see him.
See you later.
James Pierre, cornerback.
He's going to be gone. He's going to sign elsewhere for money.
Could do. He played quite well into his spot. Calvin Austin, you guys said, right? I saw reports Calvin Austin might be a 4th receiver on the depth chart. And I'm like, who the fuck's 1, 2, 3 then?
The people that you get in free agency and the rookie, number 1 rookie we get.
Yeah, so Calvin Austin could be a chance, maybe. We'll do one more. And we'll look at these guys all next week. We'll do a bigger show on them. Connor Hayward.
Ooh, that's a hard one but you know what? If this was Mike Tomlin, he'd stay. McCarthy, he probably will go.
There's 2 good points here, by the way. And this, you know what, Steeler chat, you guys are really smart because there's 2 good points. Gainwell's going to leave. He had a role because we had a crap receiver room with pretty much did, right? He was our receiver. And also, Yuli says, I'm down to let almost everyone go. And it could be a possibility because Tomlin's not there.
Right.
Time to rebuild. And it's like all these guys leave, new guys come in, and then you don't know who's going to come. Like this,
we need to be like the Rams. Like the Rams, every year the Rams fucking rebuild and fucking go for a playoff run, even though they choked against Seattle. But they do it through free agency and trades, and they didn't. One year they didn't even draft until like the 3rd or 4th round. They have won
Super Bowls and turned their team to be very competitive. And Matthew Stafford announced he's coming back to their team, so they're doing good things, doing very good things. All right, fellas, let's get out of here. Great show, fantastic show, and Kristen says Connor stays. I'm going to be mad. I think he could be on the outside. He could be.
We're just Viva la Viva Loca, Viva la Viva.
We'll do it next week. Next week we'll look at the free agents and we'll see who they want to bring in and stuff like that. Fellas, before we get to next week, do you think we have any news by next Tuesday?
As in what, Rodgers?
Anything?
No.
Shane, we have any news?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Okay. So we'll just do the exact same show again.
well, maybe skip the halftime show and
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Take that Brady jersey and wipe your feet on it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm allowed to show it again.
I have a picture of me at the Hall of Fame with Tom Brady's jersey going like this. I'm flipping it the fuck off. So just because I took him, yeah, right there.
This is the last time I can show my jersey because you guys don't like it for some reason. I don't know. He's a future Hall of Fame. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He was on TED. The roast of Tom Brady. This guy drank fucking goat's milk, frozen goat's milk. He had his eyelids plucked so he could actually do stuff when he was playing against the Steelers. He has a close relationship with his son, which is quite gross. Yeah, fucking bastard.
It's so funny.
Patriots. I really.
Out of all the people in the bar, the 15 people that were there, I'm the Steeler fan to get a fucking Tom Brady jersey.
That's bad karma. Bad karma.
Would have been better if it was a Darnold. Oh, Darnold jersey would have been cooler. Seattle.
If they would have got. I
don't even know why they went. The bar did something nice, right, by getting a jersey. But why are they going to get fucking Tom Brady? Why don't they get a current jersey?
Is it a real jersey or is it one of them Chinese fucking cheap ones? Maybe it says Tom
Booty
Bandy with a
Brody.
Tom Bandy.
Nah, it's from NFL.com. Mitchell and Ness.
Oh, okay.
Made in Thailand.
Made in Vietnam.
All right. Anyways, let's get out of it. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Shane. Good show today. A lot of people, by the way. A lot of people in the show. You guys tomorrow night. 6 p.m., 9 p.m.
I don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. We'll figure something out.
We got stuff to talk about.
Oh, do we? Oh, Shane, we got something to talk about. That's a good song.
Is it a mystery?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I look at Steeler news all the time before I go on, and sometimes Shane.
I feel the Steelers offseason talk is going to start rolling into some like donuts and just.
I'm not eating any. I'm trying to. I haven't went to Sheets twice. I have banned from Sheets on my own personal accord. I have not been to Sheets twice.
Good.
Twice. 2 days.
What's Sheets? Sheets is
like a convenience store,
It's that
and
store, yeah.
I've been eating everything in sight, Mark. I am
gas station with food.
I'm so terrible, and I have to get refocused. I need re-energized. So yes.
Okay.
And you know what I need to do is watch the old Steeler. Mark, do you have this DVD of the Steelers team history?
I do somewhere. It's funny on my Facebook the other day, right? Someone's trying to sell these DVDs. I'm like, who the fuck's got a DVD player?
I do.
I don't anymore.
I don't.
Sometimes you just got to go back in time and just watch it.
I've got my PS5 that might play DVDs. I don't know. But
if I ever buy a PS5,
should
we're gonna fucking go live and we're gonna play Madden against each other. Because the last time I played, some little kid from Texas kicked my ass, and I was upset.
Yeah, I've got all those Steelers history and all that kind of stuff. But you can also go to YouTube as well, and you just YouTube.
I know, but sometimes it's like to have the physical copy. I just asking.
I do have it somewhere. There's like the Bill Cowher
I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one, and when I do, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna play you America versus Australia. The Steelers home team against the Steelers away team. Who wins?
Well, Mark, when you come, I have 2 PlayStations here, so you guys can play each other.
You have a PS5?
2 of them, yeah.
Oh wow, PS10.
I don't have one. He's got 2.
Well, I mean, one kid got one, and then like a year and a half later, another kid got one. So,
gosh. Put them together.
Let's law.
All right, boys. Have fun tomorrow talking football, and see you, Bubba. See you, Shane. Chat. Thank you, guys. 28 in the chat for both channels was unreal. All right. So, I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Road.
Got the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.